All right, folks, listen, I got like a little smile. Look, the inside of me is feeling good right now. And listen, the LA hat, I'm from LA, but guess what? We in the World Series, right? So when I think about that, I think about me going to my friend's place or them coming over to my house and we watching the game, right? So we got to have them appetizers. And today I'm gonna show you guys just, when I say easy, I mean easy. Today we making hot honey peach wings. Okay, folks, so look, I want you guys to take a look right here. You can see I got a few ingredients. Now, hence by the title of these, they say honey, right? You gotta have some honey. And I'm gonna be honest with you, look, I'm one of them people too that believe that when you get your local honey, it does wonders for you. So this is my local honey out here. You know, we got a few ingredients down here. And don't forget, the full ingredient list is on my website. That's Smokin and Grillin with AB.com, and that's WITAB.com. Okay, now that we done went over the, the limited amount of ingredients it is, but what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take and I'm gonna keep all of this over here like this, because this is gonna be for my sauce, right? So we put that there and I'm gonna move my honey over here along with that, right? You see that? And this is what we're gonna end up with. Just these two dry ingredients that we're gonna put in there. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna level mine up with my A seasoning. This right here got the profile that you guys wanna use, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and hit a little bit. Oh, and first I should say, if you're looking inside of here right now, I have completely patted and dried these as best, the best I can. Now, it's gonna look like I'm putting a lot on here, but I'm not. Don't forget, there's a lot of wings in here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna tumble them. As they tumble, they're gonna transfer, some of these flavor onto each other. So if I hold it and I show it like this, I don't know if you guys can see. Let me hit it over here. Right now, got that. Got my hot soapy water next to me. Get in here. And what I'm gonna do now is just start working this back and forth. And one thing I can tell you by the flash, it's got that whitish, pinkish look to the wings when they raw. You'll know when they got seasoning on them, because listen, they change a whole nother color. Again, look, I'm gonna lift one of these up. Now I've been tumbling these and, working them back and forth, right? So you can see they got a little bit of seasoning, but that's not how we get it out. We wanna put a little bit more seasoning on here, right? So I'll go ahead and just sprinkle here. And then you notice that I have a hand that I touch the chicken with. That's this hand, my right hand, right? And then the other hand, I keep it so that I can touch my, my seasoning jars, or if I need to touch this or anything else. So therefore, we're not transferring no raw chicken on everything, all right? Now, one of the things we got to do is, now, this product right here is really a low sodium product, right? So we always got to wake it up just a little bit with just a little bit of salt, right? So this right here is Branch and Vine. This is the bacon sea salt. This is what I use. I'm just giving it all up. This is what I use when I do my baked potatoes and all of that. And I gotta say this, it is a vegan product for those of you guys want to give it, want to use it on something else. But it's truly vegan. It's the process in which they make it that gives it that deep, smoky, bacon flavor, but without pork. Now I can see this coming together. Oh yeah. This is it right here. All right, everybody, this will be a great time for me to talk about today's sponsor, Home Chef. They make dinner crazy easy. Home Chef delivers fresh ingredients and foolproof recipes straight to your door. You pick what you want, you swap your proteins if you need to, and boom, dinner is handled. I tried one of their oven-ready meals. It comes in this oven-safe tin, less mess, less cleanup, and more time to cook your favorite meals. Plus, they've been rated #1 in convenience and taste. And trust me, I can see why. Everything comes out fresh and on point. So look, if you're trying to make your weeknights easier, right? All you gotta do is hit the link down below, use my code, that's AB50, to grab your special offer from Home Chef. All right, let's get back to this recipe. Now we've done, getting some seasoning on these chicken wings, right? Now they call party wings. That's what when you go to the grocery store, that's what they're gonna call them, party wings, right? I could tell you this, I sent somebody to the store to give me some wings and they came back with whole wings, because I'm seeing wings, but that's not what I wanted. So I see now for like the younger generation, I got to be real specific. I got to call them party wings. Now I'm gonna set this off to the side because this is what we're gonna be using, to make our sauce in, right? So let me go over here. I started preheating my oil and all of that. I'm gonna bring it, set it right here, and now we finna fry. Now this is what we're getting ready to do. Now I didn't transfer, from my stove over here, right? You guys wanted to do that because you guys are probably gonna be cooking in your stove. So you're gonna need one of these meat thermometers, right? Because I got to get in here and I got to check, right? So I'm waiting to see what my temperature is. 340, 341. Actually, it was at 370 and that was good, But I turned everything off and just let it cool just a little bit. Now I'm at 347, so I can bring it around here and I'll show you guys. Okay, so as you can see, the temperature's rising. We at 351. That's good. When I get to 360, I'm gonna leave my fire where I have it set at, and then I'm gonna go ahead and drop these wings. Because when you put the wings in there, it's coated in this, my oil, and it's gonna drop just a little bit. Now that my temp is up, right? So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it a little differently. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna use my little spider right now, and just put some of these in here, and I'm gonna lower them all in here at the same time. Instead of me putting them in here one by one, right? So we drop them in, they're ready to go. All right, and I think I'm gonna get just a couple of more. I don't wanna really overcrowd it. All right, so we'll let that work. And then watch this, let me come back, I'll show you something. Now, obviously, I got a top to my Dutch oven, right? But anytime that I'm frying, I like to use these right here. These are splash guards. I'm the one that got to clean up all of this around here. So that in order to keep that down to a minimum, you get yourself one of these, folks. All right, so look, now we're gonna take these out. But I just want to show you, look at the color right there. You see that right there? Then you want to have yourself like some type of cooling rack. Just drop them in there like that. And here's where I'm gonna show you guys how to have success, right? Because a lot of people don't check their oil after they've been frying, right? So let me get in here and let me check it, because we want to be that same temperature when we start again. This is why the second batch sometimes be a little tricky for some folks. Right now we at 326 and it's holding. I'm gonna leave it like this for now. You know what I mean? There we go, 330. It's working its way back. Once I get to 350, what we gonna do? We drop number 2. All right, so look, these are out. Obviously, like I said, you guys got to get yourself something. I've heard people say to put this down, anytime you fry something, you can put it on a napkin. I don't like doing that because that steam seems to make it not so crispy, right? So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and, set your oven to 200 degrees is good. We just want to keep it warm, right? And it's going to be a reason why I want to keep it warm. So I'll stick that inside there like that. We'll leave those alone. Now I got my saucepan, and now we're finna really make the magic. Now let's go ahead and get some heat underneath the bottom here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off on like low, right? Because what I want to do is I want to start with my butter. So we'll add our butter here. We want to get it all. You can see it's nice and low. Look at how slow it's moving. That's what you want to have. Then next, I'm gonna be coming with my garlic. I got my press right here, right? So all I gotta do is put that in there, put this in here once it's completely melted. All right, now we go ahead and add our garlic, right? So once we put this garlic in here, let me just go ahead and get this going. And now you gotta know why I had it on super low, because we don't have no way to put no minced garlic on top of anything, right? So I just move that over there on that side. I'm gonna go ahead and hurry up, put all of that in there. This last piece, look at the size of these cloves. Man, these are nice size. Drop them in. I'm gonna add my honey last. Right now I'm finna come with, my preserve. This is my peach preserve, folks. We'll get that in there and get this going. You can see where we're going with it. Your brain should be like, ooh, I gotta try those. Now what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna raise my temperature up, and let's go to medium now. There we go. We got something to work with. We don't have to worry about our minced garlic burning. Look at this right here. Yep. Now, let's talk about that title. We said peach, so we got that covered. Now the thing we got to do now is add, we put a little heat in here. Now all we got to do is add a little honey to it, all right? I'm going to let this just settle for a second. You can see at a medium heat, look at that right there. It tries to boil right off the back, but that's what you want. Next, we're going to add this honey. Now we add a little honey, right? Remember, this is my local honey, right? Actually, we're just going to pour a little bit in here and we just watch this work. Now we'll go ahead and turn this. Hey, I just want to let y'all know honey is expensive, folks. I picked up some of this honey. I might have paid $70 for this jar right here. All right. So what I'm gonna do is make sure I get it all in there. And don't worry, I'm finna reduce my heat back down to low. I just want to get it to build up. And you guys gonna see why in just one second. When I toss these wings and coat these, you see that right there? Now we're gonna cook some of that out of there. Oh my goodness. Yes, sir. All right, so what you're seeing is, look, these are already done. I had them in the oven, to stay warm, right? So let me stir my sauce. This is what we're gonna coat everything with. All right, now I'll take this, and all we're gonna do is just pour this right here on top. And if you guys wanna know why I'm using the pot holder, because I went ahead and just put this inside of my oven so that, it didn't pick up a little. But you see this right here? Ooh, my goodness. All right, folks, look, everything is out. I done took pictures of it, and you guys let me know, because you know what? I do enjoy taking these thumbnails, but just as much as I love taking pictures of the food and doing all that, and that is, I like to eat them too. So I'm gonna go ahead and just grab one of these. If you guys can just look. I don't know how else to say it. Listen, it's something sort of like a sticky wing. I promise you I'm not finna overtalk this, Oh, look at this, how this just breaks. You know what I mean? I'll just pull this. You can see it's nice and clean. It's done throughout. And then there's something about it's sweet and savory. But you know what? I'm not finna, let's just say this. I'm not finna over talk it. You know what I mean? It's time for me to get down. The heat is nice and smooth. Nice and clean. I'm gonna have to pat myself on the back on this one. Hey, I don't know how my editor is doing everything, but if you pay attention, look, wings are just missing. Every time I'm trying to pop everybody's hands, hey, don't fool with them. I let everybody taste them, and after that, now it's a fight just to keep them. At least let me finish the video. Hey, so listen, you guys try this. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I gotta say this though, earlier I talked about this is great for when your friends come over, but make sure when your friends come over, I don't know, but if you got friends like mine, you better surprise them with some wet naps. Hey, with that being said, listen, if you're new to my channel, let me take this time to say thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button, and tell everybody out there, there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. And you know what you're about to do. I'm finna do it a little different, folks. I'm out. Peace.